Hello, I saw The Nun a few days ago now, and I have a few thoughts to share. Now, The Nun is the latest installment in the Conjuring universe, because there's no franchises, there's universes now. And I didn't like it at all. And the reason I've waited several days to review it is because every day that went by, I just realized more things I didn't like about it. So let's get right into that. Now, first and foremost, probably most importantly for a lot of people expecting a horror movie, is it's not all that scary. Obviously that's my opinion, but I happen to think I'm a pretty big scaredy cat. Despite my love of horror movies, I'm pretty jumpy, and I get creeped out pretty easily. So that this film didn't creep me out or even give me any good jolts is saying something. At the beginning of the movie, I was poised. I was ready to be jumping in my seat. I had my hands like this, ready to plug my ears, to block out all the loud noises with the jump scares. And every scary moment that passed, my hands went a little lower until the end, the climax of the movie. I was lounging. I was just leaned back, relaxed, heart not even pounding a little bit. And that is largely because the scares don't vary at all. You catch on real quick the formula for every single scary moment in the movie, and you can predict them with ease inside the first 20 minutes of the movie. And as an example, if you've seen the trailer, the main trailer for the film, that scare at the end where she's walking down the hallway and she hears a noise, she looks left, and then she comes back right, and there's a thing right there. That's every scare in the movie. So you know when a character is looking one way and the camera moves with them, you're like, all right, he or she's gonna turn back the other way, and there's gonna be a scary thing. 90% of the scares in the movie, so you get used to it real quick. There were exactly two good setups for scares in the movie, I thought. One of which was ruined by a CGI explosion of glass and loud screaming, just completely anticlimactic because it led up very creepily to something that might, chill you to the bone, but then it's just blah, like a lot of horror movies do. And the other one is one tailored to scare me, at least at first. Any horror movie that has a scene with like mannequins or like human-shaped furniture with drapes all over them, and a character kind of creeping around in there, and then maybe one of the things moves a little bit in the background. It drives me crazy, and it scares the hell out of me usually. And they had this set up for a scene like that in this movie, and then right when you think it's supposed to be starting to get really creepy, it's just over. It's just over. The character leaves the room, nothing happens. Just like, all right, almost had it. The other big problem I have with the movie is a problem I have with a lot of paranormal-rooted movies, in that there's no set rules or bounds for what this spirit, ghost, demon, whatever can or cannot do. The Nun just appears randomly, and it just seems to screw with the people, and you're none clearer of what its goal is supposed to be. Should we be rooting for or against our character to do this or that? Why'd the nun do this and not just kill him off? These questions plague the movie for me constantly throughout the running time. It's like, why is this happening? Why is that happening? And like, if she has the power to do this now, why couldn't she just do it back then? If she could kill him then why didn't she just let it happen and not let the other person save her? It's in a lot of paranormal movies, and it just bugs the hell out of me. And in a horror movie where the scares aren't scary and the spirit just doesn't really make sense, you kind of hope the characters or the plot are there to kind of, maybe they're interesting and you want to see their story conclude or the plot wrap up. But really, the characters, they're all cutouts from other paranormal movies you've seen. The priest and the apprentice going to exorcise a demon, essentially. It's those characters. You've seen them a million times before. And the plot just gets kind of confusing. There's a moment in the movie where our protagonist meets a character This character is in a lot of paranormal movies. It's the character that comes in and explains what's going on, essentially. It relays the origin of the spirit to our protagonist and tells you how you can kill it. And that happens in this movie, of course. But then they pull a whammy on you, and near the end of the movie, they show you that the nun manifested that vision of that character and told you all those things, but it wasn't a person. The person doesn't exist. Ooh. Except the information the vision told our protagonist is accurate. How to kill the nun. That information is absolutely accurate, and it ultimately leads to the protagonist winning the day. It's just like, well, what are you doing, nun? You just gave her the key to just destroying you, and why? It doesn't make any sense. Listen, I could go on and on about a million negatives I have for the movie, little moments that I recall, but the video would be an hour long. So let me just say, the only positive from the movie for me is the nun itself and her theme music. It's pretty haunting, haunting stuff. It's very orchestral, and it really kind of puts chills down your spine. And the nun itself, just like in The Conjuring 2 when it first appeared, I thought it was creepy, super scary character design. And it's still creepy looking in this movie. They just blow it when it comes to using it properly, both the character and her theme. So it's kind of a backhanded compliment, I guess, because it's awesome, but they use it wrong. But yeah, that's about the only positive I can think of. So yeah, that's how I feel about The Nun. Super disappointing to me because I actually kind of like the Conjuring universe thing. I gave it crap earlier, but I actually like it so far. Before this movie, of course, I think it's what the Universal horror universe thing should have been instead of the action route they have chosen to go in and failed twice now. I like the idea of this world that has all these different scary monsters in it, but it's all kind of connected. I kind of like that, and I've been happy with just about all of them that have come out so far. But this one, just a huge missed opportunity. I mean, you got a scary character. You got your setting is this old abbey. You're setting it up for this cool gothic horror, long hallways, dark rooms. You got the perfect atmosphere for something really bone chilling, and they just blow it every way they can, in my opinion. So yeah, not scary, confusing, nothing you've not seen before. Geez, I don't know. I give it like a 25%. I don't know. Maybe that's even generous. But yeah, hopefully some horror movies coming out around Halloween will be a little bit better, and I can't wait to talk about those. So I'll talk to y'all next time, and bye-bye.